have just not been knowing what I have been doing. And this is still, I went live with my subscription group. So I have a subscription group on YouTube and Insta. I went live with my subscription group earlier while I was doing the baby's homework. A 3-year old, has homework. So as I was doing her homework, our internet was down this morning. And I had like so much I needed to get done today, which requires being online so much. I mean, almost everything that we do requires us to be online. Bonjour, désolé. I accidentally joined the live and then deleted it. This is why I typically don't try to schedule things, because I don't know if I'm going to be able to work it correctly. But yeah, this morning has been very, very odd, and odd in a good way. And I shared this with my subscription group. So if you are a part of the subscription group, désolé, I'm going to repeat some of the things that I shared. So pretty much, like I woke up today late. I got up at about, initially I got up at 3, which isn't too much earlier than the time that I typically wake up. But I told myself I'm not going to stay up that entire time. Like I had to go to sleep. So I forced myself to go to sleep. When I woke up the second time, the sun was just full, big. Bonjour. The sun was just big, taking up the entire room. And at that moment, I knew that I had overslept, because during any season, if I wake up and the sun is up, it's late. It's so late. So typically something like that would have freaked me out. I would have been so upset. I would have just been, you know how it is when you're rushing. When you bonjour, you know how it is when you feel that you bonjour again. Kelly, I was just saying, I'm repeating some of what I shared in the story in our live. You know, whenever you have, if you have ever overslept, you know that anxiety, that anxiousness where you're just like, oh my God, everything, the sky is falling. I didn't feel that this morning. And then, yeah, the internet was a struggle this morning. I didn't have internet. So that, in addition, so me waking up super late, going out for my walk, getting the baby together, just a lot of moving parts. I was so calm. And every morning I prepare like my espresso and I record it. I share it everywhere but YouTube on my stories. As I was preparing my espresso, I just felt so good. So good, to the point where I thought I drank too much the night before. I was questioning if I was hungover. That's how good I was feeling, which is silly because you don't feel good hungover if you've ever. That's not a good feeling. So the fact that I reached that far, like, okay, something has to be wrong for me to be feeling like this good. I can't be doing this on my own. So as I continued to talk while preparing my espresso, I realized I just feel calm. I feel like this must be what it feels like to be at peace, like not to be anxious. And anyone, if you have ever struggled with anxiety, you can relate to how you just always, it's like you're always in a state of um, urgency. It always feels like you're rushing. It always feels like your heart rate, like it affects you physiologically, anxiety. And that's how I always feel. Like I joke and say, and perhaps I need to stop joking with the words that I say, because words have power in them. So I always joke and say, oh, like anxiety is my baseline emotion. And for so long it had been. Anxiety was just that was just the baseline. Like I was just always anxious. People would say, oh, what's wrong? And it's like, oh no, this is just my face. Like I always just look I always look worried. I always look stressed. Like that is just my face. So let's see, style catalog. I'm working on one of my personal style clients. I'm finally online. Bonjour. I am finally online. So I'm working on a presentation for my style client, personal style client tomorrow. Yeah, so just feeling so good, feeling so calm today that I was worried. And I just thought to myself, how crazy is that? How crazy is it that me feeling good, me feeling balanced is frightening. I've been creating stress. I have been creating stress, worried about why do I feel so calm. All of these things that were happening this morning, me oversleeping, that's something that would typically stress me out. The internet being down, like I'm just getting on, like logging on to do work. And it's 2 o'clock. Something like that would have, I would have been so just out of it, just so upset about it. But I was not today. I was not. And I'm just, part of me, I feel sad. I feel sad for myself that like I've been missing out feeling like this for so long. This is what it feels like to just, I don't like using the word normal because what does normal mean? But this is what most people feel like every day. They just feel that the sky is not falling, that the world is not ending, that they are going to be okay. This is how people feel. I was like, geez, like I have been missing out. I have been missing out. And now that I have experienced this level of peace and calm, I don't want it to change. Like I have to be very, very particular now about my space because I need to keep doing whatever it is that I'm doing. And I feel like exercising more than I typically do because I always go for walks. But I feel like exercising how I've been exercising lately, getting my heart rate up. I feel that that's the thing that's making a difference. That has to be it. So yeah, I'm feeling really good right now, and I love this for me. I absolutely love this for me. Like, this is how it's supposed to be. How are you all? What's going on? What are you all up to? I will be doing my best to multitask, and that's just not something that I enjoy. But, and I'm also not going to work late. That's something else that I decided to. I'm not going to work late. My internet had been out all morning. And typically, with something like that, bonjour, typically, me getting started working at 2 o'clock, I would in my head say, oh, I have to work well into the night. I'm not doing that. It's not necessary. It's not necessary. And I am learning that a lot of the stressors that I have experienced in my life has been self-imposed. A lot of the things that I have stressed out about has been like me creating my own drama, creating my own stress, and I'm not doing that. I am not doing that. What are you all up to? What's going on? Did I get everything? Let's see. I don't like this color. But if I change the color, I feel that black was just so harsh. Bonjour, working. Yes. Same. We can work together. Let's work together. Yeah, so right now I'm cataloging my clients her entire wardrobe, digitizing her entire wardrobe. And I'm pretty much done. There were just some finishing touches I was doing with the color palettes. And let's see, I can add this. I need my iPad. Bonjour. Oh, j'ai la pêche. Working second half of the day from home. Oh, that's awesome that you could do that. You could break it up, like do some in the morning in the office, and then you can go home in the evening. I like that. I need my iPad so I can. Jew, can you bring me my iPad, please? In the bedroom, in my bedroom. Everybody has a second room. Just left the Houston. Oh my goodness, how was that? The livestock show. How was that? Getting around, enjoy your life. Tomorrow's not promised. Remember, we have to disconnect sometimes. Oh, absolutely. And that it's so true. Like feeling good about this and setting that mercy. Setting those boundaries and knowing I have my client notes on here too. This is one thing I can say. If you are a new Mazami, you know I'm team. If you're a new Mazami, yeah. So if you're a new Mazami, I am a Android gal. Like I absolutely love Android. The issue is when I was in school, when I was in design school, we used the softwares that we used during that time were designed for Macs. So, although I was always team Android as far as my phone, my computer has always been Mac, and that was fine. Like I didn't need them to play well because I wasn't doing anything that the two devices needed to talk. But when I started creating content, bonjour, when I started creating content and vlogging and just different things, it was becoming an issue having the Android but using Macs for everything else. Like I've always had an iPad, iPod, MacBooks. It didn't work well. So I switched to an iPhone. And while I am still team Android at heart I am still team Android, and I'm not trying to tussle in the comments. While I am still team Android, I cannot deny how fluid it is having all the Apple devices, how they can connect. So, like, I took notes here the last time I met with my client. So, it's on all the devices. And that just makes me so happy. Like, it definitely streamlined things. And I'm sure there's a way to do that with Androids. You can have that continuity. But by me, I can work a MacBook better than a PC. So, just random. Random. Okay, let's see. Now I have to remember where I saved the notes. I cannot get this song out of my head. When I tell you it is the most ratchet song ever. Like, this song is so ratchet, I cannot get it out of my head. I feel bad for having this song in my head. This is the one thing about social media. And because I don't listen to a lot of like hip hop or rap, I should say that. I don't listen to a lot of rap. So the songs that I know, it's because of social media. So if I'm with the husband, if I'm with him and a song comes on and it's some like crazy trap rap song, he's like, "How do you know this?" I know it because if it's trending. So if it's trending on, any of the apps and everyone's using it, I only know the hook or I know whatever is the popular part. So that's how it is with this song that's in my head now. Like, it is so awful. Oh my God. And I cannot get it out my head. Like, I was in the shower singing that song. My husband was like, "What did you just say?" Like, I don't know. It's a force bigger than myself. I don't know. I really don't know where I put these notes. Oh my goodness. Or did I write it down? I wrote the notes down. I thought I put it in my. I need to transfer these notes because, what if I leave this? This is the one thing. And I love writing. Like, I am team. I love taking notes. I love writing. Just old school. But digital, I cannot lie. I have not touched my planner all year. And I purchased two planners this year. I purchased a larger desk planner, and then I had my LV agenda that I just replaced the inserts. I haven't used any. I've been using my digital calendar for everything. And as much as I love physical books, writing, and all, I cannot deny how having things digitized is just absolutely amazing. So I'm glad that I looked for these notes now, because when I meet her tomorrow, I would have thought I had the notes connected. I was just bragging, telling you all how amazing it is to have everything connected. I wouldn't have had anything. So this is perfect. Perfect, perfect. Let's see. I just took a leap of faith and I invested my last savings to a company that helps you. Oh, good luck. Ah, that's exciting. You have to keep me updated. Keep me updated with that, Kelly. It's taking those leaps of faith. It's not easy, which is why not everyone does it. Like, betting on yourself is one of the hardest things that most of us will ever have to do, because depending on everything that I speak about is based on my opinion, but I feel like I still have to share that. Oh, merci, Mickey. I feel like I still have to say that. Bonjour. I know I wasn't raised, and a lot of people that I've met along the way weren't raised in a manner that encouraged you to bet on yourself, to take bonjour, to take chances, to do certain things. A lot of us, isn't it so funny to see me in pants? Yes, I didn't want to iron anything. Oh, merci, merci, Miss Scorpio Diva, merci beaucoup. Oh, I appreciate it so much. Oh, for the roses. We just weren't conditioned. We weren't taught to bet on ourselves. Oh, I cannot thank you so much for your support. Yes, I love your content. Merci beaucoup. That means so much to me. And it means so much to me too, especially now, because I have been, you all know how I feel about sustainability. Just sustainability when it comes to finances, sustainability, like a total lifestyle, not just clothing or using a metal straw. Like the sustainability that I speak about, it's all of those things too. Shopping your closet, not just not over consuming, but it also spills into your lifestyle, making sure you can sustain whatever decision it is that you make. And hey, this was going somewhere. What was I talking about? Oh, content. Okay, I'm like, this was about to get deep, and I forgot that quick. No. So, bonjour. um, what I was saying with the content, when you said that you love my content, that really touched me, because when I first started, well, not when I first started, when I really got into this, I, like so many other content creators, nothing about what we were doing was sustainable. You had to post like every 15 seconds. Every 15 seconds, you had to have a new reel, a new video, a new post, 89 stories every 2 seconds. Like, there was so much you had to do. That's not sustainable, not for me anyway. And again, everything that I speak about it's my opinion. That wasn't sustainable. Like, it was not sustainable, and it got to a point where I started resenting what it is that I once loved. I absolutely love social media. I love social media. Although, I've shared with you all some of the bad things that I've experienced here, but holistically, like wholly speaking, I absolutely love social media. It has connected me with people that I may have never met in real life, or even if we had met, it wouldn't have been in a space where we could have connected. Love social media. I absolutely love it. However, adopting mottos from people who make money, from content creators being online all the time, because it's not the creators who are making money. When you're told to post 80 posts a day, 164 stories a day. Oh, Kelly girl, merci. Merci, Kelly. Cappuccinos, cheers. By the end of the year, I want to be sipping champagne and celebrating my success this year. I want to be proud of myself. Kelly, we're going to be in Paris popping bottles, okay? Popping bottles. Mark my words. Mark my words. And everyone who's watching this, Kelly, we are going to be at Paris popping bottles, okay? Mark my words. But what I had to realize was me beginning to stress myself out. I was so stressed. I was so stressed, constantly creating content because I was told, that if I wanted my subscriber, or not really subscribers, if I wanted my following to grow, my platform to grow, that you had to post nonstop. And then I started thinking, who's telling me this? Who's telling me I have to post so much? I have to do so much? The people who own the apps. They're setting the standard for what we content creators have to do. So I'm stressing myself out, always wanting to have the trending audio, all these voiceovers, spending like I did a call recently, a one-on-one call. I still have it. It's available for download, where I shared how much money I made from these videos of mine that have amassed over like billions of views. I shared how much money I made. And in that call, mes amis were sick. And I didn't share that to discourage anyone from creating content. That wasn't the goal. It was to show you that hard work does not always translate to, or hard work doesn't always pay off. It does not. Because all that hard work, spending, when I tell you 3 and 4 hours to create a 3 or 4 second reel, how much money I made on those things, like it was sickening. It was sickening. So this is going somewhere, Miss Scorpio Diva. When you said you enjoy my content, that meant so much to me right now, because these past, I'll say, few months, I have been working on, bonjour, I have been working on sustainability when it comes to posting. I enjoy slow fashion. I enjoy sipping my champagne slowly. So now I am producing content slowly. Case in point today, I have the content to have posted the part of the travel vlog on yesterday, Tuesday. I posted the road trip, me driving to Delaware. I yesterday was going to rush and hurry up and get the vlog together so that I could have it posted today, like my actual stay in the hotel. But I decided, no, I'll post that on Tuesday. Today, I'll go live. I'll go live and actually get to speak to you all, connect with you all, have this one-on-one time. So even on all the platforms, I've been slowly working on content, making things sustainable. I don't want to feel the way I was feeling earlier this year, last year, really last year, how I was feeling with regards to social media. I started resenting social media. And that's not, like, I didn't do all these things. I didn't invest in myself. I did not put myself in a position to do this, to start resenting it. And I did. I started resenting it because it felt like nothing I ever did was enough. Nothing I ever did. When I was posting twice a day on my feed, that wasn't enough. My numbers still weren't moving. When I was sharing a million stories, that wasn't enough. When I was using the trending audio, that wasn't enough. And I hated that. I utterly detest using that trending audio, but I was forced to do, like, for the most part. And I shared this earlier. I don't listen to certain music. I don't listen to. Like, it's not my vibe. It's not that I don't like it. It's just not my vibe. It's a time and place. I turn up, trap out, do all those things, when I'm out. But for day to day, that's not the kind of music that I listen to. And it doesn't fit my vibe. But I'm not going to say I was forced, because no one made me do this, but I felt so much pressure to use these audios, to use these things that did not reflect me or the content I was creating, but I did it because I wanted to, get on the page where everyone could find me. I wanted to, it's just sad. So when you said that to me and when you sent me all those roses, Scorpio Diva, it meant so much, because in a space where I have been, where I'm like, I've pretty much been doing things on my own terms, but really, like, I have been going ham. I have really been going ham when it comes to doing things on my own terms now, because while I was, to a certain extent, I was still conforming to a lot of things because I was so concerned with vanity metrics. I was so concerned with how many people were following me, how many likes, how many, all of those things. That's dead. I'm done, son. I would clip snippets of lives and long form videos as YouTube shorts. Yes. Do a photo shoot and stretch. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I agree with that. Repurpose and incorporate more behind the scenes content because you're already out and about. Absolutely. Yes, I agree. I agree. You have it and it's going to be blessed. Oh, merci. I appreciate that. Yeah. So that's what I have really been, that's the space I've been in now, where it is about enjoying the things that I have worked so hard towards. I have worked so hard. And going back to you, Kelly, about, investing in yourself and sacrificing certain things, I worked so hard to put myself in a position where I can figure things out. Figure it out. Figure out what's next. What am I going to do? What to do that? And to give up all that I have to be in a space where I really started resenting, that's not cool. Do what works for you. Let me see. Am I saying your name right, Sharifa? And please forgive me. I hope I'm saying it right. Most importantly, do what works for you, and the people will come. Absolutely. And you are so right about that. And that's why when Scorpio Diva sent all those roses, like, it hits a special place when you know that you are putting your mental health. Oh, merci, Jessica. When you are, I'm laughing because this is so funny. This was one of the reels maybe 2 years ago when Jessica just said, "You're so pretty." And merci, I appreciate that. But one of the reels that I could think about that took me hours to film, it was a reel mocking content creators. So I'm sure you all know this if you have been online. It's all merci for the little emojis. I'm just learning what that means. That makes me so happy. Merci for all the likes, the shares, the everything. This means so much to me. But when Jessica said that, it made me think about this reel that I spent so much time doing. The audio was mocking content creators, how, content creators, when they start going live, how it's like, oh, I'm waiting for a few more people to join. And how, they always squint and like, oh, you're so pretty. Oh, thank you. And it's like, where did I get my necklace from? So when you said that, Jessica, it really just made me think about that. I'm trying to get you to 100. Merci, girl, rest your thumbs. Rest your thumbs. You are doing the Lord's work. I appreciate you. Merci. I think it's best to build an organic and authentic tribe, as someone say, your village will find. Oh, absolutely. Sustainability is longevity. You'll be called upon its coming. I appreciate that. I really do. Jewel, Jewel and Kim, I appreciate that so much. Yeah, and it's something I've always, Stephanie, I love you. I've always operated in that space, but it was still what's the word I'm looking for? I still, like straddled that fence. I've always done my own thing, but I still felt that I had to somehow implement what I was told, what I saw working. If you go on one of these apps, I'll just say that if you go on one of these apps, like right now, everyone's using a certain artist, their song. It's a country song. Every reel, every video that you look at, it's using that audio. Typically, although, and I'm it's whatever song it is. Typically, I would use that song because it's like, okay, people are using this song, it's trending. The algorithm is, it's pushing and boosting these songs because so many people are using it. Although it doesn't quite fit my aesthetic, it doesn't fit my vibe. I don't even know the song. I just know the hook. I'm going to use it because I have to if I want my video to get shown. I don't care about that anymore. I really don't. Like my videos for the most part, I get very few views on my content, and I shared exactly why in that call that I did, like the things I wish I knew before becoming a content creator. I shared exactly why my videos are still being suppressed. So that was a blessing in and of itself, even though I was definitely, just heard about that, because to go from my videos being like getting so many views, so many likes, so many comments, those things, to go from that to where I am now, it was hard. Like that was devastating. That was really, really hard. It was definitely, more ego than anything. And then it started making me question myself. Is my content not good? Do Mazami like not like what it is that I'm doing anymore? Like it started making me question all of those things. That is when that was my tipping point. That was my tipping point when I realized a daggone app was making me question my dopeness, make me question my realness, make me question who I am. That's when I knew. I was like, oh yeah. I'm good, love, and joy. Let me see, Teresa. If Risa Tisa has taught us anything, be your authentic self. She was the second biggest viral moment of 2024. Just sign. Yes. Hello, Jesse. This is your sister. Oh, merci. I appreciate it so much. Yeah, but that was my tipping point. When I saw rather that I was questioning. Merci, Jazzy. Jazzy said, preach. When I started questioning myself, my value, my worth, because of some numbers and not dollars. It wasn't even the dollars. It wasn't even the dollars that was making me question myself. I'm questioning myself because my views are low, my this or that. I said that's wild. Product snob, exactly, because when you're dope, sis, and we run the world, oh, merci. Let me see, Kim, do you feel when you're doing something that's not natural to you, your authentic audience knows it, so they don't vibe with it? No, because it wasn't, well, so one, for the most part, most people, so I've never done anything that wasn't authentic to me. So when I say doing things, bonjour, Elizabeth, so good to see you. So when I say doing things that wasn't like authentic, so to speak, it wasn't like me physically doing anything. I've been the same. Like that, it wasn't that. It was more so things like the music choices, like the audio, like those kind of things. Because I was doing it like, oh, it's trending because everyone's using this song. Everyone, it's getting everyone all these views. Everyone who uses this song is those kind of things. And even with, I'm trying to think of other examples. I think that may be the only one. Maybe the amount in which I was posting, because when I first started sharing on social media, I didn't post as much as I was when I went through that. Oh my God, I gotta post, 80 million posts a day, or I'll get in trouble on the algorithm. Like those were the things that I felt myself conforming to. Nothing else. I'm Jazzy. Let's see, spending more time trying to get the views rather than enjoying the content process. Exactly. And that's what was happening. I just started resenting and not even finding joy. Like now I'm in a place whenever I do something online, I enjoy it. And this is what it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be like this. It wasn't supposed to be how I was feeling during that time when it was just awful. Just absolutely awful. Okay. Yeah, just during that time. Yeah, so yeah, and I'm a firm believer in that. I'm a firm believer. Okay, yeah, I had to start blocking people. The block party. Yeah, but I'm feeling good. I'm feeling better about just so many things now. Just so many things now that this is bothering me. I changed the color of the I'm working on my client board right now, and I changed the background color yesterday, and now I'm questioning why I did that. I know I'm going to end up changing everything. It's these little simple things that I get so hung up on. That looks better. That looks better. Oh, merci, Jazzy. It is, I just don't, I guess I'm not a mean person. Like, I've just never been a mean person. So, and even with the anonymity of being online, like we all could turn into mean people if we wanted to, like by just creating, you know, burner accounts. But I just never felt a need to do that, like to just be mean. So that's why when I get these random people joining lives just saying mean things, it's like you kind of feel bad for them. Like I know I do. In the words of my daddy, people suck. There's no explanation for why they. It's really not. It's really not. It's like bonjour, heart of a giver. I'm so glad you could. I'm like stuck to this chair. I didn't think this through. I have to stand up every so often. I have on like my faux leather joggers because I didn't get dressed until so late. I have been working out, and I can tell you, it is definitely doing something to me mentally. This is my third day consecutively working out, like getting my cardio really up, because walking at this point, I walk so much. And the husband mentioned this to me. He's like, perhaps you should start running again. I don't think I have a desire to run again. One, I just look super awkward when I run. I feel like I look so stupid when I'm running. I feel like I just feel like I look so stupid. when I run. So there's that. And then I don't, I just don't feel the need to run anymore. At least you're honest with yourself. Yeah. I'm like, I just feel so stupid. Has anyone felt that before? I used to run, like, I used to be an avid runner. When the husband and I, like, around the time when we first met, I was like this big. One, I was just so small. Like, my mare was so worried about me. She's like, girl, you catch a cold, you're not gonna have much much meat on your bones to help you fight your cold. But and just I just don't feel a need to run anymore. And yeah, I just look so ridiculous. And I will be running in my neighborhood. So I will see these people all the time. And I don't know. But I started using like my stepper thingy, and that stepper is so bomb. I'm going to share, I don't know how to share it here, but I'm going to share it here, like in the community, because there were three. I purchased three, returned two, because the other two didn't feel as sturdy. And I'm heavy. Even when I was a size two, like I've always weighed maybe, I look heavier than I am. And the other two did not feel sturdy. It didn't feel sturdy. And I had shared in the subscription group when I went live earlier too that I started reading reviews. And the sad part, it's hard to even trust reviews now, because me being on this side of social media, I have been offered to leave reviews. So now when I see reviews, especially when the reviews are so drastic, if I see something, a product, and this is the analogy I gave during my live with my subscription group, if you are not a part of my membership, consider it. It's just I can't promise you unicorns and glitter every day, but it's pretty much, it's just like to support cappuccinos and consignment as I figure things out. But I go live, like I do private lives where it's just for the membership. I share things like I'm taking another trip next week. I'm going to tell the subscription group where I'm going, giving them all the details. And just when I'm working on things, before I share it publicly, and some stuff I just don't share all the way publicly, I tend to share with my subscription group. So I have the subscription group on the other app, and then on YouTube I have a membership. So I do appreciate it when you all do join. Let me see. I've been gifted the membership for a month, and I can tell you it's fun. The review is, oh, Jazzy said the review is not sponsored. Yes, we have to say that. Like, we have to say that. Kim says, pay reviews, yeah, hard to trust anything these days, especially if you don't know anything about it. Yeah. So with that, and I paid for all three of oh, merci. Yeah, so I have a membership on YouTube, and then I don't I flirted with doing it on TT as well, but I don't think I have enough devices to do it. And then I haven't invested a lot in the community there. So that's one of the reasons why I continue to go live on TT, because I bonjour on TT, because I do want to actually get to know you, you all. But yeah, with the reviews, so I purchased three, and the one I have is the one that had threes, like 3 stars. The other machines are bonjour, mother. The other machines that I had, those reviews were too across the spectrum. Like, how do you have a bunch of ones and a bunch of fives? So that's when oh, merci. That's when I'm questioning now. Like, I can't even look at when I make purchases for things when I'm looking at reviews in my head, I'm like, how many people got paid for these? Which one of you all got paid for these? I'm assuming the people who put fives got paid because the ones are the real ones. And yeah, so I purchased 3 different machines that had the reviews were a mess. And I sent the other 2 back and I kept this one. And I can tell you, how do you get a gifted membership and who sends them? I don't know, Kelly. So Mazami from the last live I did before I took my road trip gifted Jazzy. I don't know how it worked. I don't know, but that just made me so happy. Yeah, but that's been making me happy. Really getting my heart rate up because walking at this point it's more mental. It helps me mentally just walking, clearing my mind and it, physically too. But this stepper, I'm going to have to start washing my locks more often. That's how much I am sweating. Where I'm like, oh my God. And I can tell you, it's been helping me. It's been helping my mood. I can tell you that things that has, and it's only been 2 or 3 days, and and it has to be that. It has to be me, and it doesn't. You all don't have to do the step or do anything that can get your heart rate up. Oh yes, yes. Oh, Mercy, use my link. I paid for the machine, but use the link. Merci. Someone in the chat has to push the gift membership option on YouTube. YouTube chooses the person, so you won't be able to pick. Oh, okay. Merci, Jazzy. I appreciate that. Jazzy was explaining how you get a gifted membership, and as I mean, and this is why I love this. I love what we have here. How like we just look out for one another. It's just so it's so dope. Well, I was gifted one and I'll continue to support. Oh, merci. That is so awesome. That makes me so happy. It really does. It really does. Okay, let's see. Back to work. I keep saying back to work, but I'm like, huh? What'd you say? Huh? Like a little kid. That's baby China thing. What's that sound? So spent the morning doing her homework. And the husband says, this isn't her home. I have to move again. I'm getting stuck. I'm getting stuck. Jazzy, do you see this comment? This is the second time I've seen me in pants. I do not wear pants. I do not wear pants often. One Jazzy. I'm hollering. I'm like, how are you making such requests and haven't even sent me a gift? Exactly. Wrong site, sir. So in my subscription group, we get wild. I was talking about diversifying my portfolio. Diversifying my portfolio. What did I see? I've been watching but wasn't live. Oh, that's so odd. So talking about diversifying my portfolio, and I was talking about getting on this other site that's all paid memberships. And so this person, one of the people that I had to block, made a comment requesting that I show my toes. How are you gonna make request of that nature and didn't even buy a badge, a super chat? This is like those. You're not gonna good morning me to death. That's what we not gonna do. What? All my single ladies, where are all the single ladies? So I get so much. This is not cappuccinos after dark. show me somebody first. And exactly. Like, dude, didn't even send me a cappuccino. So the messy cousin, she's like, you would not survive as a single woman. Now, she has set up a fund, a marriage counseling fund. She said if things like start going bad with it is, if you're here, don't worry about it, Kelly. I wouldn't subscribe to both, honestly, because right now it's the same thing. Merci. Exactly. So the cousin, the messy cousin, she said, I am setting aside a fund for marriage counseling. Like at any point, if you feel that things, aren't working out with you and the husband, I am going to pay for you all to go to marriage counseling because you would not be able to survive in these single streets. Merci. Does that mean, is that a super chat? If a Mazami can help me with this, how that little the emoji, I think that's a super chat. Merci. Yeah, but she said I'm going to have to pay for marriage counseling because this single life, you're not built for it. Hold on, right? Because I'm single and you don't want this smoke, sis. What, all the single ladies, chime in, chime in. I'm like, it can't be that bad. It can't be that bad. Oh, merci. Just wanted to say you look good. Oh, and she put in there all caps. Merci, Nadia. Oh, right, because let me see. She said, girl, it is. See, it can't be that bad. I feel like, yeah. Is this cap? All cap? Y'all capping? I'll be here till something changes. Yeah, yeah. Just it's a dirty pool of poop, to put it nicely. Single life is most fun on TV, in my opinion. Laugh out loud. I think when you have been out the game a long time, it's even harder to get back in. Kim C said it's horrid, but I'm in them. Elizabeth, it is. It's rough out in these streets. Is it? Oh, merci, Kelly. See, I guess, and you know what, Jazzy, I feel like you're right. And this is where perception comes in. So many of us, we always, I'm not going to even say the grass is greener kind of thing, but I definitely, my single points of reference, whatever, it's like Sex in the City. And even when I think about, like, I've never really been single. I've never really been single. So maybe that's something too. It's not that bad. That said, I will really make a good go of marriage counseling before. Wait a minute. Sharifa, how you go from it's not that bad? However, here's the caveat. I would really make a good go of marriage counseling before throwing in the towel. Oh my God. Dating after 40 is like the land of broken toys. Wait a minute. Come on, y'all. Come on. Oh my God. Tayer, bonjour, boo. I'm being honest because she knows the truth. It's bad. I have just been, yeah, I haven't, I'm trying to say, have I ever been single before? Oh, merci, Janice, for the roses. I don't think I've ever been single, like as an adult. If you click the happy face, I'm on the chat session, it gives you different. Oh, got it. Okay, okay. The smiley phrase is next to. Oh, merci, Jazzy. Oh, hey, let me tell you about law abiding citizen. So I was telling you all, I and on YouTube they don't see it, but every morning on the other apps, um I prepare my single shot of espresso every morning. So the Demitas cup, I usually use this, or there's a stainless steel one where you can see my reflection. I mean, it's a stainless steel one. So a law-abiding citizen said, "Girl, I'm glad you have on clothes because I could see you. I'm glad you're not in there with your TNA just hanging out because I can see you in your reflection." I'm like, why would I be butt naked preparing a single shot of espresso? What do Mazzabee think that we are in here doing? Now, every time I see your name or every time I use that stainless steel mug, I think about that. Sharif, I think compared to the 90s and early 2000s, you can't wing it anymore. The civility has gone down. Um, have to ironclad boundaries and wise counsel to fade these dudes. Really? Yeah, because the stuff that the cousin tells me, I'm like, that's a man? Like, this is a guy you're dating? Because these are very, hmm. It looks like a super chat should show the, oh, got it. Okay, okay. Let's see. Could have been a wild night. I forgo those pretty often. Oh, a teddy bear! Merci! Yeah, like some of the stuff that she tells me, I'm questioning if it's whom she is going on a date with. I'm like, what? What? Was he serious when he said that? When he did that? She told me, I'm gonna tell you all this one story. And she would tell you, so I'm not telling her business. She said, "Bonjour, Tony." She said she went on a date with this guy and it was cold. Like the temperature was turning, getting cold or something. It was one of those transitionary weather periods. So she went on a date with the guy, and so he didn't have on a coat. And she said, it's pretty chilly out. You should, you don't have a coat. And he said, "Well, how about you buy me a coat?" And she laughed it off. But she said throughout the date, he kept showing her pictures of coats that he liked. This was their first date. And she just said, "You're not cold? You don't have on a coat." And he, "Yeah, if you want me to have a coat, you should buy me one." And she laughed it off like she thought he was joking. And she's in her 40s. She thought that he was joking. But she said, "Do you know throughout the date, he continued to show me photos of coats?" I'm just going to stay single because dating in your 40s, 0 out of 10 recommended. Jazzy. To be fair, the dating scene was rough for my grandma, aunties, mommy, everybody. Laugh out loud. You just got to keep kissing frogs. Product snob, Sharifa, exactly, because some are looking for a house to live in. Oh, what? Yeah. Oh, he was serious. She said he kept showing her throughout their oh, wait a minute. I have to verify. I had to verify that I was still going live. Janice said, "Oh no, the first and last date." Oh, it was. But she thought he was joking. She thought he was joking because she was just making conversation. Like, "Oh, why didn't you wear a coat? It's kind of nippy, a little nippy out." And she said he showed her 5 different coats during their date. Like they would just talk and he would be like, "This is one," and sent her the links. That was her mistake. She should not have gone on a date with that loser. I don't know if she knew he was a loser via text. I don't know. He was telling her that he's sassy. I would have got up and left. When you listen to these men, they tell you exactly who they are. She exactly too many men are acting. I cannot believe it. some of these stories, so she's like, please don't. If ever you feel, he was a baddie. I say that to the bestie all the time. I'm like, oh, you know that I'm a bad. I eat my rice and cabbage. Mm, mm, mm. I just could not believe it. I'm like, what? Yeah, so that's her thing. She has two funds for me. The fund if I ever call her collect, and then the fund, not a city boy. If my pants weren't stuck to this chair, I would get up and run around this table. Oh, I gotta loosen them up. These pants get stuck. This acrylic chair with these vegan leather pants. It's a recipe for disaster. Oh my God. Yep, I have two bank accounts for you. Two bank accounts with your name on it. The bank account in case you call me collect, and the bank account for marriage counseling. Because she's like, you cannot come back outside. You cannot come back outside. She's like, you are just, no. No, 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 no. No. Where is the bestie? I need to send her money because I will contribute to the fund as well. Do not come out. Yes. Today is actually her birthday. Today is the bestie's birthday. So I posted a story on Insta, and this is the song that we said we were going to sing if either of us untimely death, like soon. That's the song we're going to sing at one another's service. And that's the Ratchet song that has been in my head that I told you all. Like, I've never heard the real song. I have to tell her that you all are saying happy birthday. I've never heard the real song. I've only heard the one with the woman singing it, and it kind of sounds like a gospel song, but when you actually listen to the lyrics, it is so disgusting and ratchet. Oh my God, I should be embarrassed. My last date, the guy got upset when I wouldn't order a drink. I told him that I didn't drink because I was sober, which I had mentioned in the previous conversation. And he got mad because you wouldn't have a drink. Had the audacity to say, I guess I'm not getting it. He said that? I got up and left. Now I can't go back to the Capitol Grill anymore. He said that? And why do you equate? I have so many. See, we're gonna have to have this convo in the part because I don't know what I can say without getting in trouble. That song stays in your head. I know the one you're talking about. I cannot get the song out of my head. Oh my God. It's that. I cannot get it out of my head. Please tell the bestie happy birthday. I will. I certainly will. I cannot believe he said that. So you ordering a drink meant that hands on your knees, hands on your knees. I cannot get it out of my head. But it's like that church, like that soul. I'll say soul because it's not, clearly that's not, that song is not for the Lord. But that soul version that that woman did. I mean, I cannot get that song out of my head. It's ridiculous. It is so ridiculous. Shake It Drake. Shake It for Drake. That's the name of the song. I never knew the song. I just know that version. And it is, I cannot get it out of my head. So that I cannot get out of my head. And what's the other song? Twin, where have you been? I can't get that out of my head. And then it's one more. Well, clearly I got it out if I can't remember it. Pre-date, do a video chat and tell them about your dream car. See if they react in a poor mouthing manner. If you're in any way impressed by a G-Wagon or my ability to buy one, you're not for me. The cousin said that too. The messy cousin said that as well. When they find out what she does for a living, they'll say things like, okay, big money. Oh, you can take me out to dinner. Where they do that at? I love that version of the song. It's the gospel melody and the ratchet word. Yeah. Oh my God. That song, I'm like, I cannot get it. And I sing it just like that. Oh no, not with the name. I was trying to say the name. Oh, that's not the name. Oh, okay. Got it. Okay. Elizabeth, what type of drink was he buying? If he thought you owed him something at the end, some men are foolish and they will try you hoping you don't know your own value. That's so sad. That is just so sad. Like why did he think that getting a drink that came next? Like that's wild. Oh goodness. I hate these pool of men, but like Jazzy said, keep kissing frogs. Yeah, because there are really good guys out here. Like they really are. I believe that to be true. He ordered a single malt scotch, 15 years. I rolled my eyes because at least order a 25-year. Oh my goodness. This just makes me so happy. He probably would have tried. You know, that crossed my mind when because like you one drink. Let me tell you, this is the thing. I can hold a lot of, like, I can get down. Like at a bar, I gets down. I cannot tell you all how many. I probably shouldn't have been dating. I was probably with someone at the time, but phasing out. Because I told you I've never like really been single before. The memoirs are going to be memoiring, okay? But there have been times when I have been out and guys will, keep buying drinks. I remember one time this dude passed out at the bar trying to, I guess he was waiting for me to get under the influence. Yeah, I had to try to find his in case of an emergency. I had to go on his phone and call help. I had to get his homies to I said, would you love to have, fashion feature in it? Message me. Message me. Yeah, I had to call the homies to come and get him because he passed out. He passed out. Please email me because the DMs, the messages, I don't always get to them in a timely manner. No, let me see. Now you keep kissing frogs. I do want to make it clear we don't have to kiss each one, just dating them. Right. Not literally kissing them. Not the year of the beer. Let me see, but also don't listen to me because I moved in with my husband after like 2 months of dating. Do what and that's why I don't give advice. I don't give advice because they are. Last person I was seeing kept complaining I didn't have a fresh pedicure. So I said, "Hey, will you pay for the pedi?" He laughed and said, "Let me see if it's in the budget." Still with No, that's the part that cracked me up. How are you complaining? This is the thing when I have if you're going to complain about something, you have to have a solution. Don't come to me with a problem that you don't have a solution for. Like, that's where I have zero tolerance with that. Do not come to me. Do not. Thank you, Keish. Kelly, based on his reaction, that's what he thought. The experience my freshman year. That is so sad, law about it. These men are playing with. Yeah, I just do not come to me with a problem. If you have a problem with anything about anything, you think my hair is stupid. I mean, I'm not changing my hair, but you think whatever, I eat bad, I drink house wine or whatever it is, whatever issue you have, you need to come with a solution. Do not present to me with a problem you do not have a solution for. That I would have zero tolerance for. Don't play in my face. Do not get windmilled. Look at me for moderating. I need to make you the moderator. How long will you be on, Keish? Because it's a bunch of weirdos. I love watching your YouTube videos, especially when you're a potty, potty. Yeah, I'll be back soon. The city misses me. The city is not the same without me. The city is not the same. Keish, I think I made you a moderator, so can you invite these folks to the block soiree? Yeah. Yeah, I'll be back in Paris soon. The city really does misses me. I just had to stay put for a bit. We had like a lot of appointments and I haven't done any work. This is why when I was in office, they put me by myself. And then they would still hear me talking. And it's like, who is Jesse talking to? Who is Jesse talking to? I don't understand all the Paris hate. I had fun there. Yeah, I don't get it. And that's the thing. So Mazami, when that guy posted that video, and this is one of the things too where I always say, sadly, bonjour, boo, 22, who that? Who is that's what they would do because they would put me like I would have to go to a different cubicle. Like there was times when I had my own office, not because I was just so important. They just wanted me to be by myself because look what I'm doing. So they were like, who is she talking to? Like we put her by herself and she is still. My cousin says that I shared with you all that my mare was older when she had me. So I have cousins who are like now in their 60s and 70s. So one of my cousins said, you could put Jessie in a bag with a paper bag. She will have a best friend. She will have a that's why like content creating, I feel like I was made to do this. I've been talking to myself for a very long time. At least I know now, it's people here. No, so back to Paris. Paris, when this is why I say bad things, bad comments, bad reviews, bad gets more attention. Gets more attention because as many, oh, merci Janice for the rose. I appreciate it so much. Anything bad for the most part is going to get you more views, more publicity, more everything. And it's no shade, it's no slight. It is the truth. That whole 50 part series that we were talking about on TikTok, there is no way that a 50-part series of a woman sharing how amazing her husband is, how she is kept, how she doesn't have to worry about anything, how good her life is. There is no way a 50-part series of someone just talking about how amazing things are in their life, their marriage, how healthy and wholesome her husband is, emotionally intelligent, he pours into her, supports her dreams. It wouldn't have gone that far. It wouldn't have gone that far. But bad things, and this is going back to Paris. I have how to give you a rose. So that's on the other app. Here you can send badges, super chats. Wrong app. Here you can sing super chats. No, we got to sprinkle, sprinkle. Exactly. So when it comes to Paris, getting back to Paris, à Paris, when as much, oh, merci, wait for, oh, look at this heart. Ah, merci. How many videos? I have so many Parisian videos showing goodness, good things, good, 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 good. The good, good. That doesn't matter. But him posting that video about how Paris is trash, Paris is this, Paris is that, that video, like I am so shocked. I can tell you all. I thought the Paris department, like board of tourism, I really thought they were going to sponsor his like stay and invite him to come back to Paris to prove how amazing of a city it is. I really thought that they were going to do that because sadly, those are the people who get good things. Merci beaucoup, Wade. I appreciate it. Thank you so much for the gifter badge. I appreciate it. Oh, fabulous. It's fabulous all times of year. But I seriously thought they were going to sponsor him. So, yeah, it travels fast. So, I felt I felt like I had to make a diss track. Like when that video came out, I was this close. Can you see how close that is? I was this close. Feeling like I had to make a diss track because you can't come for my city now. Like it's three cities. No, I cannot let anyone talk about. Three cities I cannot let anyone talk about. I really felt like I needed to clap back, but I wish you would have. And you know what? Had I clapped back, I wouldn't even be sitting here talking to you all because I would be so Hollywood right now. Yes, but I felt, and then I started feeling like I let down Mesami because all those shares that he got on his videos, all of those shares that he got on his video is because Mesami were sharing them to me. Like, you gonna let him talk? You gonna let him talk about Paris? And I'm like, dang, Mesami about to make me windmill. I got a windmill for the city. Oh my God. Yeah, so you can't repeat when people do that, requesting you to say certain things, don't acknowledge it. Yeah, so just don't acknowledge it. Those, can you say such and such, even if it's a name? Don't repeat it. Don't acknowledge that. Yeah, so I started questioning if I had let down Mesami by not clapping back. No, it's fine. Yeah, I had to learn that too. I had to learn that too. It's so ridiculous. But yeah, I felt like, dang, but you see how viral that video went? You see how viral that video went. Oh, all the, yeah, it's ridiculous. How viral that video went because talking bad about something that for so long, most people, have wanted to experience. Most people have wanted to, and it was just so disappointed. Oh yeah, that thing, that video took off. Oh, merci. I got a crown. She's a queen. Ah. Vocals. Oh, merci, law-abiding citizen. I appreciate it. Merci for the super chat. I was upset too. I was upset too. Merci beaucoup. Wait, am I saying it right? Please, you can correct me. Am I? She got money. Y'all heard that sound? She got money. Oh, Janet said, here's the queen. Here's the crown, because we know you are the queen of Paris. Mm. One time for the Parisian haters in the back. Okay, I said it correctly. Yeah, like it just made me so upset. And my thing is, even if, oh, are you leaving, law abiding citizen? You have to go. What am I missing? Even if even if I did not enjoy something, I wouldn't take that away from anyone else because that's my experience. And so that's what I have to, when I first started online, I would share things like, oh, this is where I went, or this is where, so many people, oh, I went to that place you recommended. It was horrible. It was trash. And it's like, it's my opinion. That was my experience. I went to that establishment and I had an amazing time. The service was amazing. The food was good. This, like, this is my experience. So always take that into account whenever you are reading reviews about anything. When you're reading reviews, we don't know these people who are leaving the reviews. So if you were in this establishment being rude, being nasty, being, whatever it was, I bet your experience was bad. I bet it took a long time for your food to come out. I bet, so take that into account. And it's very few times I could think about in my life that I have had. Yeah, take the reviews with a grain of salt, because you don't know who's leaving the review. You don't know who's leaving the review. Like, we don't know these people. When we read reviews about, so then you have to take into account too, for the most part, going back to that human condition where we tend to thrive on mess. Very few people leave reviews when they've had a good time, when they've had a good experience. I go to great lengths. If I had exceptional service somewhere, if someone, went above and beyond a really good time, I always leave good reviews. One, as someone who has worked in the service industry and knowing the human psyche. For the most part, we only leave comments and stuff when things are bad. So take that into consideration. Sometimes it's just bad. Sometimes the reviews are true. However, I am always one to experience things yourself. Bonjour. Experience things yourself, because your experience may not be the same. It may not be the same. Exactly. I heard bad things about Italy, but when I went, I had a great time. Like, really, you're going to count out an entire city because of what someone said, because of, like, experience it yourself. Do things to form your own opinion. That's how I feel. That's how I feel. What did Kelly say? I watched a video some time ago about someone making negative reviews about Paris. And I had to put it in the chat. Do not let somebody else's opinion discourage. Exactly. And my thing, if anyone, if somebody, if a 10-second video can make you not want to go to Paris, go to wherever, that's when you didn't want to go anyway. You were looking for an out. And that's just not about Paris. That's about anything. Like, you don't know this guy who, for it was so ridiculous reading the comments, because you don't know this man. Like, you don't know this guy. Why are you, that's when I get real Caribbean. Me too. On Google reviews, Yelp, and establishments. Yeah, you have to. We have to combat the negativity, because a lot of times people, and it's one of those things, sadly, we remember bad things more vividly. I say that about my time here on social media. I can have 98 people tell me how amazing I am. Thank you for, inspiring me. I appreciate everything you do. You've gotten me through such great, horrible times, all these things. But if two people say something mean, that will just, it's forever etched in my memory, in my psyche. So I go to great lengths to push it out. Push it out. That's true. I've been making a point to review the good. You have to. And even if you are in an establishment, whether it's a cashier, I do this with cashiers too, because I've worked retail. When there is a cashier, someone on the floor, whomever has done a good job, speak to their supervisor. Speak to their supervisor. Let their supervisor know. If someone, you inquired, oh, where is, I don't know, the double-sided tape? And they walk you over to the double-sided tape versus, like, don't even, they don't even give you a full point. Is speak to management. Speak to management and let them know, hey, I couldn't find this product, but that young lady, that man over there took their time, walked me over to where the product is. Make a point to let people know when they are doing a good job, because you don't know how that just affects people. Yeah, always do an appreciation note. And even if you don't have time, even if you don't have time um to write a letter, to write a review, take time to speak to management, to let them know that your staff, this person did such a great job. Like I'm so thankful. I'm so thankful that they did that. You have to. Retail is hard. The service industry is hard. It is hard work. Imagine how, if you are someone who, you're fortunate enough to work remotely, if you are someone who you are fortunate enough to work in a career where it's not forward facing, you're not dealing with just the public. We all, for the most part, deal with coworkers, but you're not dealing with the public. Working in a contained setting, for the most part, you know who you don't like. You know who, you know the people. But when you are working in the public, you don't know what you're going to encounter. Anyone working in any sort of service related field, merci for your service. It takes a lot. Do you think about, if you're someone like right now, if I'm in a bad mood, I could just not go online. If I'm having a bad day and I am just not vibing with anything, anyone, I can just choose to not get online. When I was in an office, when I was working, not even in an office, when I was working retail, it didn't matter how I was feeling. I still had to go to work, going through so much. My kid is in ICU. I'm in the middle of a divorce. My rent's late. All this stuff is going on, and I'm still at this cash register, and people are throwing money at me, being mean, being rude, all of those things. So you don't know what people are going through. I think we have a new attendee to the block party, two attendees to the blocks. Go ahead. Yeah, so just take that into account. Even when people are maybe rude to you, it's not you. Why is the cashier being mean to you? It's not about you. You don't know what that person is going through. You do not know. What, I'm glad I work by myself. Yes. Yeah, but think about that. Like, that is a luxury in and of itself. We may not look at those things as luxuries, but they are. If you're not feeling well, you have that time to just be to yourself. You're not having to put a smiling face on and perform, because your hours, your pay, all those things are contingent on the public. Like, that is such a blessing. I send emails directly to management. This is what Elizabeth said. I send emails directly to management and corporate if an employee has provided exceptional service. These emails matter. I still have an email from the Nordy's manager thanking me for my email. It means so much. And I hope you don't mind me sharing this. I know for a fact that she writes letters, because she emailed Nespresso telling Nespresso, you need to get it together. Cappuccinos and Consignment has been pushing your products, has been loyal to you for years. I mean, I saw that letter and it made me cry. This was years ago. I will never forget that. I will never forget that. Just be kind. We don't know what someone is going through. It's so true. It's so true. And I have to keep that in my mind. If I'm somewhere and the cashier is short, the person is like, you don't know what that person is going through. You do not know. I I mean, you do not know. As when I was working retail, when I used to work retail, there wasn't like paid time off if you were a cashier, if you were part-time, if you wasn't management, you didn't get those things. I remember one of my coworkers had just had a baby, like giving birth to a whole baby. She was back like maybe a week and a half, 2 weeks after having a baby. Physically, she shouldn't have been. Mentally, emotionally, she should not have been. But she had no other choice. She had no other choice. No other choice. Like it's so ridiculous. I'm going to invite this person to the block. So, hey, because I know that's going to get crazy. Yeah, so she just having a baby less than 2 weeks ago, week and a half ago, at the register, selling discounted clothes, and people fussing with her because the sign on the rack said it was an additional percentage off. This woman is wearing a diaper. A diaper. She was wearing a diaper. Like, if you have ever had a child, you know I am not being facetious. And she's standing on her feet, working because she had to. And people are arguing with her. Oh, merci, heart of a giver. I appreciate it so much. Sis, you are awesome. I love you in your live chats. Merci. I appreciate you so much. This woman, like, leaking from almost every freaking orphan. Yeah, that was a lie. That was a defamation of character. Okay. No. But yes, so here she is, like, having to leave her newborn baby with a neighbor so that she can go back to work. She's standing on her feet for hours, having to wait for someone to relieve her because she's a cashier. You can't leave your line to go use the bathroom. Having had a baby less than 2 weeks ago. And I'm not an angry person, but I was so protective and so, like, my job was on the line at this point because I'm going, like, ham, taking up for her. Right? No. I'm not shopping. Taking up for her. People being mean, people being like, she's tired. And then people getting in line. Smile, hun. Smile. What you frowning for? You need a smile. And she's like fighting back tears, like trying to smile, trying to, be pleasant. So with all of that, you just don't know what people are going through. You don't know what people are going through. And I always keep that in mind when I feel that someone's being short with me, or someone, yeah, block soiree. Merci. You just don't know what people are going through. So I always remember that when I am out in settings like that, that person doesn't know me. That person isn't being mean to me. It has nothing to do with me. You don't know what people are going through, and I hope that that's something we all can tap into. It takes time. Lakeisha, because I'll mess around and leave 10 of us. Oh, merci, Burberry Diva. Bonjour, boo. I forgot, every few seconds I have to unstick myself from this chair. Getting stuck. Yeah, I still haven't done any work. This is wild. This is why they used to always put me in an office by myself. You all, like, I'm so serious when I tell you all these things. It used to be so bad. So bad. This is crazy. Baby Chin is about to come home. In my defense, I did not get the internet until 1. Until 1. Oh, I know. You got to catch me here. Here and the tube. Not like in London. Which I need to go back to London soon. I need to go back to London soon. So I'm taking another road trip next week. Next week, I will be taking another road trip. And I'm really thrilled about that. I am loving these road trips. I'm really, really. But I'm always here, never catch you. Yeah, it's been so sporadic. It's hard for me to set a time going live, like, oh, I'm going to go live at this time, because I never want to feel like I'm disappointing. Oh, merci. Merci for the roses. Oh, road trip. Yeah. Oh, listen, late night Jesse. So I ended up saving that live private because yeah, you're going to get late night Jesse again. You're going to get late. Isn't it a job? The spam is spamming, okay? Late night Jesse is a vibe. So when I was, oh, Mercy, what is that a cappuccino? Is it a cappuccino? What is that? Oh, it's a bracelet. Okay, a bracelet. I love it. Merci. Late night. Okay, I saw it now. Yeah. Late night Jesse is a vibe. When I tell you all, I had way too much fun. Keisha is like a part time. I'm gonna have to send you a cappuccino. I had so much fun in Delaware. The food, so actually, I need to get that edited. So the video will be edited on. I'm gonna have it posted Tuesday, so that will be the Tuesday vlog, and then oh yeah, I need to have it edited before because I'm traveling again on Tuesday. I'll be traveling, so I need to already have the vlog edited and uploaded. If you are a member anywhere, I'll share the link so that you can view it before it's posted. Did you see all the slow motion with the late night Jesse? Late night Jesse is a vibe, okay? An entire vibe. An entire vibe. Oh my God. It was so like I needed that. Ah, it's a celebration. It is a celebration. I've been really like we've got to enjoy life. We've got to enjoy life. I want us to take that away. You have to find your joy in life. Find something that fills you with joy. Don't let social media determine what that joy is. I tell you how much I have been loving. I went on one road trip and I'm up there. I am loving all these road. I loved my road trip and I'm gonna do it again. That's our thing, the messy cousin. We always, who remembers Maury? You remember Maury when Maury used to have those bad kids on? And the kids would be like, Maury, I'm 6 years old. And who remembers? I know the party. I know. Who remembers? I love that you take so many, such an inspiration. Merci. Yeah, I am really loving it. I know I went on one road trip, but it changed my life. And I did that. Well, actually, two. No, two. Like last year. Remember when I had that event with Saks and the financial when I went up to New York, I initially was going to take the train. So is a train, is that considered a road trip? I guess road trip, you have to be literally on the road. Well, I can tell you, I absolutely loved it. So I will be doing more of those. And next week, I am taking another road trip, but I'll be gone for 3 days. I'm going to do 3 days next week. And okay, a train is a road trip. Okay, so I've been doing road trips, but I enjoy the driving. Like driving, it cannot be too far. But oh, going back to Maury, that's one of the inside jokes. Like the messy cousin and I, those little bad kids from Maury who always talked about the horrible things that they did, and it was always, and I'll do it again. Every time, Maury, I'm 10 years old and and I fight all my teachers and such and such and such. And if my mother say anything to me, I'll windmill on her too. And Maury, I do it again. So with regards to these road trips, I'ma do it again. I'm loving them. I am really loving these road trips. This is wild. I've done like two things. It's been 99 minutes. This is wild. Time really flies when you're having fun. mean, I did like 3 clicks. I've changed the color on 2 things. We need to create a road trip playlist. So I have one. She's not going to do much today, y'all. It's bad. Just unsticking from this chair. Um, I have a road trip playlist. Music is one of my love languages. I love music. It's crazy. I have a soundtrack for everything. I love that she's reaching for air. I have a soundtrack, but if I'm recording, I can't play the music. Like if I'm going live. Oh my God. Let me see. I enjoy road trips, driving. See, I'm a really good passenger. I'm a really good passenger. If there are any drivers, we can go wherever because I am a really, really good passenger. That's another attendee, Quiche, to les blocs soirées. Um, Let me see, Kim. I enjoy road trips driving. I love driving from Michigan to Chicago or Canada. Sometimes driving here in Michigan is so long, 6 hour drive and still be in the same state. Yeah, that's like Texas. Texas, I feel like you can drive all your life and you'll still be that's the shape of Texas, if you were inquiring. It was great chatting with you live. So until the next time, continue to enjoy life. I gotta go. Bisou, bisou, Tony. So good to see you. Toronto. Oh, so you know what? I have done road trip. Let me tell you my longest road trip. I took a bus from DC to Toronto. This is when I feel like I shared this story. I'm during my 25 days of Vlogmas when I'm like on a bus in Paris. And I was sharing how, and I really have to get some work done. This is wild. I shared how I would do things that I am. Yes, Burberry Diva. We. I did a road trip. This was, I mean, so long ago. Juju the camera kid was a baby, little baby, and I had a babysitter. I feel like I was maybe like 4 days off, so from school and work. I booked a ticket, a last minute bus ticket from DC to Toronto. I'm gonna do this one, Keish. I will personally invite that person to les black soirées. Yes, so do those things, whatever you can. Whatever you can, if traveling is of interest, because not everyone wants to travel. Like that's a thing too. Like don't feel forced. I know it's ridiculous. It's like once you oh, I can't even say that word. Yeah. But if traveling is your thing, don't feel that you have to go on these grand, extravagant international trips that cost just so much money, require so much planning. Even some states, like we were just joking about Texas and Michigan. I think Kim was saying that, or was that Sharifa who said that, how Michigan is just so large. Go to a different city, even in your own state. Cities are so different. Like it's different here because our cities are so close to one another. But if you are in a state that is very large, go to another city. Even if it's for the day, do more day trips. I think about when I lived in Italy. I do day trips now, but really when I lived in Europe, when I lived in Italy, it was nothing for me to hop on the train and go to Rome for the day, go to Florence, go to Como just for the day. And it wasn't odd. So do that. If you yeah. Oh, West Virginia, yes, is such a vibe. I have family there, oddly enough. So random. But do that. Gas up the pacer and just take a quick trip. It doesn't have to be anything like don't let social media make you question if your getaway, if your trip is really a trip. Don't. Do not. And if travel isn't your thing, if you are a foodie, let that be your treat. Treating yourself to a really nice restaurant that you may not have gone to before. whatever it is that you are into, whatever it is that you find joy in, find ways to incorporate that joy in your life as much as possible. As much as possible. Yeah, experiencing different foods. And don't feel bad. Don't feel bad you're not in Tulum. Yeah, don't let social media take your joy away. There are so many things that I can think about that I used to find joy in, but once I got on social media, I didn't feel the same about it because it wasn't as lavish. It wasn't as Burberry Diva, exactly. And go at your own pace. Yes. You do what makes you feel good. Find things that you can do every day, because if you only find joy when you're traveling internationally, I mean, unless you can gas up the jet, unless, you have it to where you can just always travel internationally and you're always happy, then this isn't for you. This message isn't for you. But for a majority of people, international trips, that's not something that most people can do very often. So if you are only finding joy when you're on vacation, you really have to reevaluate your life. And this is, I joke a lot, but this is serious. And that's one of the reasons too why, in addition to Juju the camera kid, why it's like, okay, I'm not gonna go to Paris right now because I'm just feeling off. Like the last time I went to Paris, I told you all, like I was at the airport crying. I had to go to the chapel, like devastated. And I don't like traveling feeling like that. I never want to feel that I am running away from my problems. Do I have stuff to run from? Absolutely. Like I could never stop running. If I ran from my problems, I would be running indefinitely. But I told you all, I look awkward running. Like, so I don't want to do that anymore. But I also don't want that to be the only time that I'm happy is when I'm traveling. So if you are only traveling, if you are only happy when you get to post those flat lays of your passport, you only feel happy when you're boarding a plane, you only feel happy when you're doing an unboxing, you have got to reevaluate your life. You have to, Burberry Diva. And there are so many influencers that constantly run. Yeah, because it's become we're gonna have to do a whole other live about that. A whole other live about that. But it's sad. It's sad how so many of us, I told you all before, I can't remember if this was a private live or I don't know. I just talk so much. I don't know who I was talking to. But I was sharing how, oh, I don't think I posted this. Maybe I did. I don't know. Let me just tell the story and you all can tell me how I shared how when a friend of mine got engaged, she was so happy that her man put a ring on it. But then when she got online and started seeing other people posting their engagement rings, she started feeling like, dag, my ring isn't big enough. My ring doesn't look. And it's like, really? Like, as much as, girl, you worked too hard for that ring for one. But now that you got it, you're not happy because you see everyone else's ring. Burberry Diva, it's so sad to see with her running and the traveling, and then she comes home and she's a man. Yeah, that's so sad. Yeah, I never want to feel that I am running away. I never want to feel that way. I like being home. Me too. I am such, yes, be happy with your happiness and not the joy of it. That's the thing. Social media, like where we are in a space now in time where it's not even about our happiness, it's about convincing other people that we're happy. Because I can tell you, I know some travel vloggers, bloggers offline, and they share how exhausted they are, how they, just different issues they have encountered because they're traveling so much. Um, but that doesn't matter. They're not happy, but the perception of happy is good enough. It's good enough. Merci. Au revoir. I'm happy to have been able to join the live. Merci beaucoup, Elizabeth. I appreciate you so much. Oh, we were on IG when I was talking about that, when my friend got the engagement ring and was so happy until she got online and saw everyone else's bigger engagement ring. That's wild. That's wild. That's wild that we are in a space where we would rather have the perception of happiness versus actually being happy. I'm good, love. Enjoy. I want to be happy in real life. And that's not to say that people who are presenting themselves as happy online are not happy, but I want us all to care less about the perception of happiness and actually being happy. Product snob, comparison is a killer. Oh, a cereal. Michael Myers out this. Personal happiness is what matters first. Absolutely. Absolutely. Bless her heart. Be happy with what, yeah, it's like you just it's sad. It's a sad space that we are in. I led this vlog, this live, sharing how much I love social media, but there are a lot of downsides that affect you mentally if you succumb to those things, if you allow it. It really will. And I am determined not to be back in that space where I am, my mood is altered because of stuff. Mm-mm. I know, as a retired flight attendant, you will grow tired of traveling. Oh yeah. So you were always gone. Good for you, beautiful. Oh, merci, Yolanda. Merci. I have on pants. I was waiting for you to say something. And I forgot to do my unstick, because I have this like acrylic chair and then this vegan leather pants. Horrible combination. Don't do it. Don't do it. But I really didn't want to iron anything because I didn't get dressed until so late because I was doing baby China's homework, and then the internet was out. And by the time I got in the shower, I said, I don't want to iron anything. So the button up, and these should have been ironed. It was too much. I'm like, I'm about to take it back off. Like, it's almost nighttime. And I still have only clicked 2 buttons, 113 minutes. And I have clicked 2. Y'all wild. Let me see. How do I say your name? Led 60, darling. Take it from an old lady. Life is short. But every day, one day you get back up. So be happy as you can every single day. Yes. And that is a blessing for you to be able to say, coming from an old lady. As a licensed mortician, like, my entire job was death. You look crystal clear on TikTok. YouTube has to work on its quality issues. Yeah. I didn't want to say anything, but I can see the difference from this way. Um I just got a ridiculous message. But what was I saying? Yeah, that's just such a blessing. Aging is a blessing. Aging is a blessing. Why do I keep moving the mouse around like I'm really about to do something? I'm playing myself. I'm playing myself. I'm just having so much fun chatting with you all. So much fun. Yeah, so just take that, take that into, I'm so silly. I clicked on YouTube. So this is funny. I'm seeing what you all see on YouTube. I clicked on YouTube to see how it looks when I'm going live from my channel, because I don't know what that looks like. And the videos it suggested for me are, oh, you're glowing on this app. This app is so dull and dry. The quality, not the people. the quality. But I wanted to look, wow, I have 430 videos on YouTube. I wonder, does that include shorts and lives? That is so dope. I'm looking at my channel because I wanted to see how it looked from like your side, how it looked. Here are the videos my channel suggested for me. They feel that I would love to watch the Paris vlogs. Ah, the fact that you were a mortician and you gave those families peace because you took good care of the family members, that is a blessing in and of itself, and you should be commended for that. Oh, merci. You get the emails, Burberry Diva. Okay, got it. Yeah, that was one of the most rewarding professions I've had. That and being a teacher, even though I knew they were about to fire me. Being a mortician, that really that was a very rewarding profession profession. That was a very rewarding profession, just knowing, like the last time you're going to see your loved ones, like I'm responsible for giving you that good last image, and even the planning of the service. Like that's one of the things people don't realize. You only get one funeral. There's no do-overs. You get one funeral. Like weddings, you miss one, just come to the next one. Okay, it might be time for me to go. Y'all wild. Y'all are wild. Oh, so I see. It says I'm going live. Okay, merci, Keish. I appreciate it so much. Yeah, I need to be heading out too. I need to do some work. This is a very bad example. I should not be setting online. I should. Oh, merci for the heart. That was so cute. I'm so glad I looked at the screen. Merci, Janice. I appreciate it so much. And I'm sure you being a mortician helped you realize that life is short. Oh, absolutely. You should strive for happiness in everything that you do. And you don't sweat the little stuff. You would think, you would think being a mortician would make me not sweat the little stuff. Holistically, yes. But it was fun playing the bouncer. Get the step in. Keish was in here putting them out like Martin. Yeah, it definitely gave me an appreciation for life. Being a mortician gave me a new appreciation for life. I am actively getting better on I am actively getting better at not sweating the small things, but it definitely gave me a new appreciation to life, and just knowing that we're stressing about so many of these things, and one day none of it is going to matter. And it also helped me with knowing that bizu bizu quiche, just knowing that I don't want to have regrets. Like that's one of the things that I heard so often with families that I would work with. Oh, she always wanted to do this, but she was waiting for this. She said that once she, and it wasn't older people. Young people. Oh, once she, she said she always wanted to go to this place. She always wanted to do this. She always wanted to do something, and never, just like so much unfulfilled potential, dreams, movies, books, talk shows, inventions, recipes, so much potential never came to light. And that's one of the things. I haven't always made good decisions. I still don't know if this is a good one. It remains to be seen. But at least that's one thing that I can always confidently say is that I don't have a lot of regrets. I don't have a lot of regrets. And to me, that would stress me out the most. Jazzy on one of my 25 days of vlogging. Jazzy inquired, like, how do you just do stuff and you're not afraid? I am terrified. I am very scary. However, it's just I'm more scared of certain things. I'm more afraid of, what is this? What day was this? March the 7th. That's okay. Let me delete this. You would think I'm working. I'm deleting videos, lives that I. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I'm just more afraid of certain things. And I fear. You need me? You heading out already? You have 15 minutes. You leaving early? Yeah, you got to enjoy life. Okay, let me wrap up. The husband is leaving. Merci beaucoup for, yes, I have to get back to work. Merci beaucoup, Wade, Janice, Burberry, Diva, Scorpion Diva, Kelly, Gift, Heart of a Gifter, Elizabeth, I know she had to leave, Jazzy, everyone who sent badges, roses, hearts. I appreciate it so much. I just cannot thank you all enough for the support. Even everybody who just sat here watching me ramble and not work. I appreciate your support so much. Again, just find something that brings you joy, something that you can access every day that brings just a little bit of joy. It doesn't even have to be crazy. Just a little bit of joy. I appreciate you all so much. Bizu bizu. I will see you all at some point. The vlog, the Delaware vlog, will be posted on Tuesday, definitely. But then we back on the road. And if you're a member, you're gonna get the Jesse After Dark. Delaware was lit. Okay, Bizu Bizu, have a fabulous evening, morning, hugs wherever you are. Merci, Burberry Diva and Janice for the roses. I appreciate it. Oh, merci. Alrighty, ciao for now. This is just always the awkward part. You all just go because it's hard ending it. I'm like, I just wish it was a button. I could just, when I say ciao for now, it just ends. And